See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. Failure often feels like a dead end, but in God's hands, it's not the end. It's the forge. It's where strength is tempered, vision is clarified, and faith is reborn. Innovators, whether entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders, will often tell you their greatest breakthroughs didn't come from success, but from moments of collapse. It's in the wreckage of ambition that humility is born, and in the silence of failure that God's voice becomes unmistakably clear. The Bible never glorifies failure, but it does reveal how God can use it. Scripture shows us that God refines through difficulty, not just to correct, but to redirect. He doesn't waste pain. He repurposes it. Like a potter shaping clay, he presses into the cracks and weaknesses of our lives, not to destroy, but to make us vessels that can carry his glory. We see this vividly in the story of Cyrus, the king of Persia. To the world, Cyrus was powerful, conqueror of nations, ruler of empires. But to God, Cyrus was simply a tool, a chosen vessel. In Isaiah chapter 45, God speaks not just to Cyrus, but through him. His words are deliberate, humbling, and precise. He says, Isaiah chapter 45, verses 3-4, "And I will give you the treasures of darkness and riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. For the sake of Jacob my servant, of Israel my chosen, I summon you by name and bestow on you a title of honor, though you do not acknowledge me." Cyrus had no relationship with God. He likely believed he had carved his own path through intelligence, military strength, or strategic genius. But God strips that illusion away. He says, in essence, you didn't get here on your own. I opened the doors. I placed the treasures. I made you rise, not for your sake, but for the sake of my people. This divine interruption reveals a profound truth. God will even use those who don't know him to fulfill his will. Cyrus didn't seek God, but God chose him anyway. Why? Because the Israelites were in exile, stuck in the consequences of their rebellion and failures. And while they may have deserved judgment, God's love moved him to act. He took what was broken and made a way for restoration, using a foreign king to do it. God is still doing this today. He's still the sovereign orchestrator, weaving human failure into heavenly redemption. What looks like chaos to us is a divine blueprint in motion. He is not shocked by our wrong turns. He doesn't wring his hands over our mistakes. In fact, he often builds his greatest victories from our biggest defeats. So ask yourself, what is God forming in the dark spaces of your life? Where might he be using disappointment to dig deeper into your soul? It could be that the very door that closed was meant to keep you from a path that would have destroyed you. It could be that your setback is the soil where something eternal is beginning to take root. Maybe you feel like you're in exile, disconnected from purpose, isolated in pain, or tired from trying. But just as he reminded the Israelites of his power through the rise of Cyrus, he is reminding you now, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. Your failures do not define you, but they can refine you. God teaches us in the silence. He speaks through the delay. He humbles us through what seems like defeat, only to prepare us for a breakthrough we couldn't have imagined. The creator of the universe is not simply trying to get you back on track. He's trying to get you on his track. Let this truth sink in. Cyrus didn't know God, but God knew Cyrus, and he used him anyway. That's how far-reaching his sovereignty is. That's how relentless his love for his people is, and that's how powerfully he can move through your life even when all seems lost. So the next time failure knocks you down, don't just ask why, ask what. What is God building in this rubble? What hidden treasure might be found in this darkness? Because with God, the treasures of secret places are not buried forever. They're waiting to be revealed at just the right time. He is still innovating. He is still restoring. He is still calling people by name, even when they don't yet recognize his voice.